Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a P.43 Ter Italian tier 7 medium tank, and I'm actually surprised we never played with this vehicle before, at least for the YouTube video, but that's what we have. And the first battle which we have is Erlenberg standard battle. Now, this tank is not epic, but this tank is not disgusting or not unplayable or something, and I'm feeling naked. I think I forgot to use camo, but that's okay. Ooh! PP raised, fellas, PP raised, small PP. Greetings. Okay, what this vehicle has? This vehicle has 240 alpha damage, 165 millimeters of penetration, 750 shell velocity. Shell velocity is not very great, to be fair with you. And gold has 240 alpha damage, 195 millimeters of penetration, and 800 shell velocity. Gun stats are not looking that great. It is definitely not amazing, and this is definitely not epic. But to be fair with you, this tank is packing quite a great punch. This vehicle is able to smack enemies for 240 alpha damage, and looking into the other medium tanks, for example Russian medium tanks, they are able to do 180 alpha damage, although DPM is on a bit another level, if we can say so, right? This is very important thing to mention. Anyways, for now we are not going to panic too much. For now we are just chilling, and we are waiting until enemies will mess up, and until they are going to do something silly, and silly they will do. We found a Starva 74, which is very nice. We can definitely farm this gentleman. And the thing is, we are not risking too much because this guy has lower alpha damage than we do. And what that initially means, we can trade with this guy. We can take one and we can give one, and we are pretty much winning every single trade, right? So this is a good stuff, and this is what we can do. So at this point, we are just chilling, and at this point we are just waiting until we will have a chance to do something for this gentleman. Luckily for us, we spotted Vaka crossing like this. That's good. This is very good information for us, and we are still kind of waiting for a moment. We are waiting for this Starva to think, whoa, maybe no one is waiting for us. Okay, Starva smart, Cookie smart, very, very smart. He decided to escape from here. Once again, pretty good decision by this gentleman. But now looking into the guns, we have 2 tier 6 and 1 tier 7. They have 3 tier 6s. Even though we are winning, kind of, there is still plenty of the tank destroyers who never ever was spotted. So we need to keep this in mind. And we cannot push in front like crazy mother truckers. It is just simply not an option. Meanwhile, this Starva might appear here. He might try to go up, and if he is going to go up, obviously we are waiting for him. For now, this is quite a slow start. We have pretty much nothing in first 3 minutes, but it is okay, fellas. This is only the start. Speaking of the stuff which this Starva might do, we are reading him pretty well. We know what he is going to do, and to be fair with you, fellas, he is losing this poker match, okay? I see what you have, buddy. I see. Okay, our team is kind of winning. Plus 2,000 hit points. At this point, we need to get involved somehow. This is annoying, but in the same time, nothing what we can change about this. And I know exactly how we are going to approach enemies, and we can see this Vaka sitting here. Boom, one in the face, beautiful. We see this 87 sitting in the back, but to be fair with you, I'm not too worried about him. We are smacking this Vaka for once again. And once again, we are aware of this 87, we know what is happening around, so that means we are not going to make that much pressure for this gentleman, because it is way too early for us to get involved with. We have 700 damage dealt, we lost only 200 hit points, so overall this is not a war situation for us. I am feeling pretty well. Okay, what do we want to do at this point? This is the question, fellas. What do we want to do at this point? I'm trying to figure out how we can get involved. And I believe we are going to be very, very aggressive here. I know it sounds weird, but this is what I am going for. And we are playing kind of hold down. So now the first priority for us is to eliminate the guns. Yes, I'm very, very well aware of that. I cannot play hold down 100%. Aka, I do not really have armor. But in the same time, nothing what I can change about this. I just simply need to go for this and I need to do trades. You see, now speaking about the DPM, it is not looking excellent for us by any shape or any form. We lost the trades against the enemy VK, which is obviously no bueno for us, but that's what we have. It is okay. 1.6 thousand damage, 140 assisting damage. It is not horrible, even though we lost a lot of hit points here. I am very, very well aware of that. At this point, we know this is Terway's dead meat because he is going against the 2 tanks, and obviously he is not going to win the fight in this way. Whenever you are approaching the fight, you need to try to approach the weaker opponent for obvious reasons. Otherwise, it is not what you are looking for. Imagine that if we will go with this tank against the tier 8 tanks. You know how we are going to finish our journey? We will take one for the team and we are going to complain after that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to hit this guy. Beautiful shot. Although quite clunky aim, if I can say so, but it works, so I am not complaining. Meanwhile, he should be dead. Indeed he is. Very nice, and we are going to get involved even more. We have 666 hit points Esterva here in the back, and if this guy is going to try to avoid our Yoch tank, we should be able to smack him in the face. Right, he wants to go. Oi, 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 what the flying F was that? That was no bueno. Fellas, that was very, very close for us getting gift. We hit him for 0 with high explosives. That was sadness. Honestly, that was sadness. Oi, 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 that could cost a lot for us. Well, by saying that could cost a lot for us, I mean we could be dead meat. That's what I mean. Meanwhile, 87 front, not great, fellas. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find a shot to hit someone else, for example, the Stunner Emil, or alternatively this Achilles, and this Achilles is looking like a good enough target for us. We can keep smacking him, he is going through the open field, and I am feeling very, very well. Nice, beautiful. That was a great start for us. Can we hit this guy once? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Look at this battle. We are going for 2.8 thousand damage. We are doing everything properly, fellas. I definitely cannot complain. I cannot say, no, this is bad. No, I can't say that. We are doing pretty good stuff overall. Meanwhile, we are trying to get a bit closer here, and hopefully we can find a nice angle to shoot the Stunner Emil. Although the Stunner Emil, where he is sitting at? This is the question. I have a feeling he will sit somewhere here around this area, maybe over there. Should I go for a block? Ooh, come on it. Impressive. Impressive, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That was impressive Camonet for sure. Meanwhile, this 87 is turning sideways, so we should be able to get one shot, but I misaimed. That's okay. No complaints, no regrets. Very great start for our video. Beautiful. Okay, fellas, what do we have? We have 3 kills, we have 2.8 thousand damage, we have 100 assisting damage, solid 3,000 combined. Now, while we are waiting for a game, I, as usual, want to highlight index page, fellas. It is very, very simple to use. So, for example, we are playing with Italian tank. This tank is rated as a playable vehicle because it doesn't have too many benefits over tier 6. And as you can see, we did not have YouTube video with this tank, and we will soon. This is the setup which I would recommend to use. And obviously, I am running ventilation, rammer, and optics for a view range. This is the setup which I would recommend to use. Speaking about the crew skills, and if you are marking this tank, you need 1.5 3,900 combined in order to get the third mark of excellence. If you are into the field modifications, feel free to check it out. You can see this by clicking on the field modifications just like so. Meanwhile, we came back from the game. I'm very happy with this game. First class, high caliber, very, very nice. Solid 3,000 combined, first by experience, first by the damage, and we made 36,000 profits, which is always nice. Now, before I forgot, we need to paint our tank because I am feeling like a naked goose, if I can say so, whenever I am playing without camo in a way, right? And that's my fault. Some tanks are simply losing camo over time for some weird reason, and that's what we have. Anyways, let's teleport into the round number 2, shall we? And we are back with the round number 2. So what do we have? We have a tier 7, tier 6 matchmaking. We are playing in the Pearl River. And to be fair with you, I think we can and we will be aggressive in the heavy line. I hope this is worth it. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going in the middle instantly. Why so? Because we have a better spawn, and what that basically means, we should be able to take a hill easier. In other words, if the same tank goes from this position or from this position, we are going to be on top of the hill quicker, right? And that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to do. Now, it doesn't mean I am not going to meet enemies. I will, but they are going to be a bit late. It's called bad map balance, fellas, and unfortunately nothing what enemies could do about this. They just need to accept this F, and they need to take one for the team. Meanwhile, I want to check out, do they have any sniper schnitzels who are sitting somewhere around this area? I know I might get spotted, and indeed I am, so now we know they definitely have someone who is sitting here. That's good. That's very good. Meanwhile, Cromwell, I do not really want to risk it for the biscuit to try to shoot their Cromwell. I am more into the tank destroyers who are sitting in the back. In fact, if you would pay attention what is happening here, you would notice enemy team trying to make a bit of pressure. And since enemy team is making a bit of pressure, we are going to get a bit involved, and we will try to punish this Oi. If I am not mistaken, we should be able to penetrate him without bigger problems whatsoever. That's a nice penetration. Now Oi is feeling quite bad by trying to make pressure like this. Another hit in the side. Oi is confused. Oi is thinking where the flying F I am. Another shot in the side, and Oi is thinking, I will F you up! And I'm saying, be my guest. Beautiful. That was in a way free farm. We did not lost a single bit of hit points, and in the same time we are getting quite a bit of use for ourselves, and in the same time we are already planning our actions. So what is our plan B? In a way is to try to find someone who is sniping from the back, and as you can see, we found the light tank, we found the Leo, and oh boys, we are booming and we are having a great time. Meanwhile, if this Leo will try to run, he is not going to enjoy himself, and look at this naughty angle, fellas. Boom. Right into the Nashorn. Nashorn is saying question mark, and once again we have pretty decent start for our game. Excellent. Do I think this tank is maybe a bit underrated? Maybe, honestly. Maybe, fellas. This alpha damage is working relatively well. The gun handling is definitely better than a tier 6. Once again, it is not epic tank. It is not the best tank in the world of tanks, but you cannot say this tank is a pile of caca or it is horrible, you know? You just cannot describe a tank in this way. Meanwhile, very good play by T.43 100. That was actually a solid one. So what do we need to do? We need to kind of escape from here because we cannot go through the open field, and in fact we can see Cromwell in the open field. From here we can find the angle to this gentleman. We can find the angle from here. So that's what we are doing. We are taking our time to smack him once or twice, and after that we will focus on the T.44 Sorry, T-34 100. That's what we are going to do. Meanwhile, light tank spotted in the middle of the field. What that basically means, we should be able to see his side in a moment. Beautiful side. Unfortunately, he's playing with T-50, so we are bouncing from his side. But once again, that's World of Tanks for you. And sometimes you just cannot penetrate easy shots, fellas. If the game is saying no, the game is saying no. Meanwhile, we are taking our time to aim for this guy, and if we are lucky, we should send him to the garage. That's exactly what happened. And at this point, I am considering my life choices. Do I want to get involved here? Answer is yes, I want to get involved. Smack in the ass on this T-34 100. And once again, we are taking our time to go for this gentleman. So far, so good. We can see this guy is down to one-shottable at this point, so that's all right. If I need to guess where enemy Arta is, I would guess enemy Arta is sitting somewhere here, so I am just going for a blind shot. But clearly, we have not hit this guy, unfortunately. But that's okay. Once again, great game with this vehicle, fellas. Great game. 2000 damage, 400 assisting damage, and there is still Meatball who is pretty much waiting for us to smack him, right? And we are still not done with this game. I'm surprised, fellas. P.43 Ter is not that bad as I remember this tank. Although, to be fair with you, sure thing, we are getting quite lucky speaking about matchmaking, right? We are fighting against the lower tiers, and this is very, very beneficial for us for obvious reasons, right? So once again, maybe I am simply lucky with matchmaking. Maybe that's about it, nothing more than that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to go for a blind shot for enemy Arta, and at this point I am turning around because I want to find this T-50. Now this T-50 has a couple of choices. He can escape like this, or he can escape like this, or he can try to attack me like this, but I want to believe I am going to meet him trying to escape or something, right? That's what I want to believe. So let's see, am I correct or am I incorrect? Meanwhile, he is tracked and we are going to gently touch him. That was a gentle touch, fellas. I could not be more gentle than this. I apologize. Meanwhile, couple of guns left. Give me. I'm surprised. This tank is actually behaving a bit better than I remember. And my crew is not that epic. I do not have Brother in Arms yet. I have, if I'm not mistaken, 2 crew skills, and we will soon get into the 3rd crew skill. This is how good my crew is. So if you would ask me, it's not, you know, 5 skill crew or something. It is still a relatively new one. Interesting. Meanwhile, smack in the side. Now, Vaza will say, what the flying F is happening? And we are going to smack him in the side, and we are winning the game while staying on the bridge with PP raised. Another great game. 2,600 damage, 400 assisting damage. I am surprised. What is your opinion about this tank, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Do you like this vehicle? You do not like this tank? Is it amazing, or it's very average? Maybe, once again, I am just simply getting lucky speaking about the maps, matchmaking, and other things, which could be the case, fellas. I'm curious about your opinion. Meanwhile, first class, 2,600 damage, 400 assisting damage, so 3,000 combined. Very, very nice game. And 33,000 profits. Mwah! Always nice and always welcome. Let's go for round number 3. And we are back with round number 3. And speaking of luck, fellas, yeah, that's what I call luck. What do we have? We have a tier 5 matchmaking. So what we are going to do in this kind of situation, we are going to be very, very aggressive in the city. My biggest threat is this T29. Obviously, I do not meet T29. I do not want to meet him. So that's a fact. What do we want to do? We want to go brrr, just like this. We want to take this position, and hopefully from here we can get a lot of views. Skill is here. I can die now happy. Don't you dare. You need to help me not to die. Beautiful. Okay, meanwhile, what do we have? We have a Super Hellcat. I think we are going to be relatively alright. I need to get involved here, and we are going to make sure the Super Hellcat will die. In fact, Super Hellcat is dead already, and now we want to see who is sniping here from the corner, right? That's what we want to do. So, we are in position. We are ready to shoot. And we are ready to spot in the same time. Speaking about readiness, unfortunately we are missing our first shot. Maybe our Jet Panther is going to smack this gentleman. It would be much appreciated, but once again, you never know. Oh yes, he did. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Once again, this is what I'm looking for. That's why I am taking this position. We can get some assisting damage and we can do some damage in the same time. This is not the easiest call, and this is not the easiest game, but it works very, very well, and that's what I noticed over a long time, right? This is how I like to open my games, and it doesn't really matter am I playing with a Badger or am I playing with a tier 5. If I have speed or if I have armor, I am going to take this position. That's what I am doing, fellas. This is my goal, this is my dream, and this is my mission in a way. Meanwhile, cover 1 in kind of open field. So what am I waiting for? I am waiting until this cover 1 will get involved. Speaking about involvement, interesting. Very interesting. T-34 85 is sitting in the middle of the field, so what I would love to do, I would love to spank him once or twice. Beautiful shot, I am feeling very, very happy with this. Meanwhile, we have T-29 who is being very annoying for our team. He is truly annoying, fellas. This is not the guy you want to mess with in the tier 5 matchmaking, and I can promise you that. Meanwhile, our Skoda is sitting in the open field. Woo, fellas. This is not what we are looking for. Now the question is, do I want to try to escape from here or do I want to hold this position? I am afraid of enemies taking our base. That would be a quite bad situation for us, right? Don't you think so? Meanwhile, enemy T-34 85 is saying, skill, can you hit me once again? And I'm saying, sure thing, no problem, my man, no problem. Although this time we bounce him, which is quite sad story. Anyways, our Skoda might try to go and flank him, and if our Skoda will try to get involved like this, there is a chance he will spot the sniper schnitzel. In fact, I need to go. I need to defend the base. The thing is, our Jet Panther is not going to win this alone, okay? So we need to try to get involved here, and this is a very, very huge threat for our team to get captured, okay? I know I am not committed to this side enough, but I cannot go through the open field. I do not really think it is worthy, and I do not really think it is a good decision. Meanwhile, our Arta with the raised PP is trying to escape, which is completely understandable thing if you would ask me. And what do we have? We have the Eagle 7. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's try to spank the Eagle 7. Obviously, gun is saying no. That's okay. This is only the start, fellas. This is only the start. I want to get involved here. This is very important thing. He's down to one-shottable. What do you mean? Well, you see, Jet Panther will hit him and we will hit him. So that means he's down to one-shottable, right? No, game, don't shit on me. Thank you very much. Very nice. Beautiful, and we are winning this flank. Who is trying to cap the base? Probably Super Hellcat does, or maybe someone from the tier 5s. Either way, we are feeling very, very good. Meanwhile, 1 hit points on the Hellcat. Our guy is probably thinking, what the flying F is this RNG? And I agree, what the flying F is this RNG? We can easily win this. 2 tier 7s against the tier 5s. They cannot do anything. Actually, 2 tier 7s against 3 tier 5s. Once again, not a big deal. we can simply spank them like there is no tomorrow, and we can definitely deal with this. This Anko, yeah, it is not a bad tank, but not against the tier 7s. Against the tier 7s, his tank is worth absolutely nothing. And this is very important thing to highlight. Meanwhile, this Anko is thinking about getting involved against us, and what that pretty much means, he is involved to the garage. Unfortunate, but nothing what he could do about this. Meanwhile, looking into this situation, we can easily go for this guy just like so. We are saying thanks for our baboon. He did phenomenal job here. I think he played extremely well, and I think he made this battle work well. Like I said before, we are smacking him, and we are making this gentleman enjoy himself. Beautiful. Okay, Super Hellcat T-3485. I want to find the Super Hellcat, and I assume Super Hellcat should sit somewhere here or alternatively here, 1 out of 2. I do not really think this gentleman is trying to make pressure like this. I really doubt it. I think he is sitting on the safe red line. At least that's what I want to believe. Also, once again, let's take a second to appreciate how this vehicle is behaving. We are having another game, 2000 plus, and everything is working well on this tank. We cannot say the gun handling is kaku. We cannot say the things are not working well for us. Everything is looking pretty good. I am truly surprised. Fellas. Weird. Who could ever expect that? I am finding this tank like a hidden gem in a way. Because once again, gun handling is looking decent. The DPM is not that horrible, although there is obviously better tanks with better DPMs, if you know what I mean. Alpha damage of the tank is also okay. It is not horrible, right? It is looking pretty good, fellas. It is looking pretty good if you would ask me. Meanwhile, can we snapshot? Boom. Unfortunately, we cannot. Way too slow shell velocity, but once again, that's on me. Trying to aim another shot. Kaboom. Tracking. Very good. Can we finish him off? Or should we give a top gun for this gentleman? And game over. 2,700 damage, 400 assisting damage. Wow. It was like a hidden gem. P.43. It is not that bad as I remember this tank. I remember this tank a bit differently. I'm surprised, fellas. I am truly surprised. Anyways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for everything as usual. If you are watching till the end, you are a champ. Thank you very much for that. And obviously, thank you very much for your support, aka patrons, people who are clicking join button on the main channel, and obviously people who are using an index page. I hope you are getting enough use for yourself, fellas. Meanwhile, 2,700 damage, 400 assisting damage. Oi. 88 went in front and he slaughtered them all. Kudos to the gentleman. Congratulations. That was pretty damn good game. Anyways, 30,000 profits. Hip hooray. And that's what we have. So in the end of the day, 2,700 damage, 300 assisting damage. Very good performance, very good session, fellas. And overall, speaking about our average performance, we were playing for 1,900 damage and 600 assisting damage. So yeah, this session was definitely above average. What can I say? Great video. Thank you very much for watching and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.